The Basic Laws of Human Stupidity is a short essay written by the Italian economist Carlo Cipolla. The first edition was written in English and released in 1976. Originally, it was intentionally distributed among only his friends on a confidential basis. The reason is simple. That book was intended as a sort of joke, where he faced a few serious topics in a lighthearted and not to be taken too seriously way. When addressing such a sensible theme, he came up with an extravagant and interesting theory, which earned him incredible success. Not only was the essay officially published, but it was also translated into many languages and distributed worldwide. Now it represents a milestone on the controversial topic of human stupidity. Cipolla saw people in four broad categories. Intelligent people contribute to society in positive ways and leverage those contributions into reciprocal benefits. The efforts of stupid people, on the other hand, are counterproductive to both themselves and others. Between these two are bandits, who pursue their own self-interests at the expense of others, and the helpless, who make positive contributions to society but are easily exploited due to their own naivete. A fifth category, ineffectual people, can be drawn from the other groups and is, well, kind of self-explanatory. In the same vein, Cipolla viewed the impact of human behavior in two ways. One, behavior that affects oneself either positively or negatively, and two, behavior that affects others either positively or negatively. Human awareness of the broad effects of their behavior can vary widely across categories. That being said, let's then look at the 5 basic laws of human stupidity. Law number 1. Always and inevitably, everyone underestimates the number of stupid individuals in circulation. Cipolla recognized that it's human nature to downplay the severity of a problem. He was so convinced that we were naive to the challenge we face from stupidity that he suggested any numerical assumption of the number of stupid among us would turn out to be an underestimate. It's no accident that this is the first law. Law number 2. The probability that a certain person is stupid is independent of any other characteristic of that person. Cipolla considered stupidity as a human characteristic, like having blonde hair or black eyes. Consequently, it cannot but be distributed roughly equally in all walks of society, regardless of people's level of education. Whether one frequents elegant circles or takes refuge among cannibals, whether they lock themselves up in a monastery or decide to spend the rest of their life in the company of a beautiful partner, the fact remains that they will always have to deal with the same percentage of stupid people, he concluded. In this pessimistic view, human beings are doomed to deal with stupidity. Also, according to Cipolla, there are no safe places or solutions to avoid it. The only thing you can do is accept it and live with it for the rest of your existence. A stupid person is one who causes losses to another person or a group of people while they gain nothing or may even suffer losses. Carlo Cipolla considered this the golden and most important law never to be forgotten. Law number 3. Stupid people will inevitably make decisions that confuse us. Their reasoning simply escapes us. It's not that they're ill-willed, it's just that they're incapable of seeing the effects of their actions in a broader context. To this end, Cipolla noted, "There are people who, by their illogical actions, not only cause harm to other people, but also to themselves. Such people belong to the genus of the super-stupid." Law number 4. Non-stupid people always underestimate the damaging power of stupid individuals. In particular, non-stupid people constantly forget that in any time and place and circumstance, dealing and/or hanging out with stupid people always turns out to be a costly mistake. To make this law clearer, Carlo Cipolla added that stupid people are deadly dangerous because reasonable people find it difficult to imagine and understand stupid behavior. In such a view, stupid people's attacks always catch intelligent ones by surprise. This makes it even more difficult to come up with a rational defense. On the other hand, this would be of little use since illogical actions cannot be understood using logic. As a result, by underestimating their power, you are vulnerable and always at the mercy of stupid people's unpredictability. He was also convinced that intelligent people tend to think that the stupid ones can only harm themselves, that they're immune to the actions of the stupid. This is a huge mistake, making reasonable people feel invulnerable, dangerously lowering their guard. Law number 5. Stupid people are the most dangerous type of people. This law comes as a natural consequence of the previous and fourth basic law. Also, if you have no clue about what Cipolla meant here, he made it even more obvious by adding the following corollary. A stupid person is more dangerous than a bandit. Of the 5 laws seen so far, this should be the most understandable and reasonable one. In fact, common sense tells us that intelligent people, no matter how hostile they may be, are predictable. In contrast, stupid people are not. This subtle difference makes stupid people incredibly more fearsome than intelligent people. In conclusion, this should be regarded as a kind of compendium of his entire theory on human stupidity. If you liked this video and want to see other videos where I discuss the different theories of stupidity, I recommend these 2 videos: Dietrich Bonhoeffer's Theory of Stupidity and Why Stupid People Think They're Smart, where I discuss the dunning-kruger effect. You can find them both on this channel. I invite you to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell if you haven't done so already, and I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of the day.